Okay, here we go. We are going to start with breath work, and I am going to be seated on the floor on a small physio ball. And we're going to do breath work with breath holds. So it's more like intense style breathing, deep breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. You may want to have a tissue nearby so that you can blow your nose if you get snotty. And we will let's do 12 breaths. On the last breath, you're gonna take one more big inhale and exhale, and then you're gonna have an inhale. Hold it in. When you're holding your breath, you can engage Mula Bandha, or you can engage your pelvic floor, draw it in and up. So you can, if you want to. Oh, no, I need to just fix this thing. Hold on, hold on. Oh, there we go. Okay. You can um you can draw your pelvic floor in and up. You can also do the locks. There's like Uddiyana Bandha and Ujjayi Bandha. One's up here at your throat, one's in here. While we're with the breath hold, you want to think of maybe like almost like a torus. Inside is going up, outside is going down, and you're relaxing the outside, but you're drawing this energy up in the breath hold. If that's too much to think about, just hold your breath and don't worry about any of that stuff. If you haven't done any of the locks, just skip it. All right, so 12 breaths. I'm going to do my arms up and down for the first set, probably going to arch and curl for the second set. Not sure about the third set. Here we go. Deep breath in. Good. One more big breath in. Fully in, fully out, fully in. Hold, engage the locks if you want to, and relax the outer body. Drawing in and up, relaxing out and down. Slow hiss exhale. One more short inhale and hold in a relaxed way. Let that go. Take a little shake out, resting breath moment before we go again. This time we're going to arch and curl. So cat cow, seated cat cow, or I would recommend not to do the standing. I would recommend to be doing this seated. Because with these breath holds and with this deep breathing, there is the possibility of passing out. It has never happened to me, but it is possible. And sometimes you're building up this tetany, which is this feeling in your body that you need more oxygen. And really what that feeling is that you need to offload CO2. So if you feel that tingly feeling, that's just your body saying, oh, we are maxing out with the CO2. And we're kind of building resilience with this. So we're giving ourselves a little bit more capacity to relax under stress. So that's part of what the breath holds are for. Giving your body some chosen stress that you can breathe in whenever you want to, but you are giving it this stress of holding in that CO2. All right, so one more time with arch and curl, 12 breaths. Here we go. Big breath in, big breath out. In and hold. Draw in the pelvic floor if that feels good. Relax the outer body. Slow exhale with a hiss. Short inhale, hold. Relax. Let that go. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Just free up the energy in your body so you're not contracting anything. So when I am thinking in that, when I'm in the longer breath hold with a little bit of a pelvic floor lift, a little bit of the full kumbhak locks, but I'm not doing the suck in. I'm just giving it a little lock. I'm imagining like a mountain lake that is completely still. So that helps me just stabilize and relax. So give yourself that visual, just mountain lake, absolutely still, pristine, and see if you can relax more with that image. Here we go. Last time, I'm gonna open my arms wide, and then I'm gonna contract again. So it's a cat cow, but the arms are going. I'm spiraling open with the arms, and then I'm spiraling in, internal, external rotation. Here we go. Inhale. Inhale, exhale everything out. Inhale in and hold. Pristine mountain lake. Inner body lengthening up, drawing up, outer body relaxing down. Slow exhale with a hiss. One more inhale. Short breath hold, very relaxed. And let that go. Just shake it out, let it go. You don't have to do as long as I'm doing with the breath holds, and you can also do longer. So I'm just doing kind of a minimum one. Usually if I'm doing this by myself, I start with like 30 to 45 seconds on the first breath hold, then go to a minute and 30 seconds on the second breath hold, and then longer on the third breath hold. So as you do this, you develop the capacity to hold for a lot longer, and that capacity can come very quickly. Like we start to relax around the idea of holding our breath, and then it's like, oh yeah, I can hold it a lot longer. There's no panicking with that. But sometimes when I'm doing it, and especially if you've eaten more recently, you need to breathe in sooner. So just listen to your body. Let that all happen. Okay, we're taking it down to the floor, starting on our backs. So now we've done a bunch of lung work, right? We've done a bunch of lung diaphragm work. We're going to work with rolling up and down. So tucking your tail, rolling it all the way up, lifting, and then softening. Try to soften through the rib cage, lungs, and chest, taking it down to the floor, vertebra by vertebra. Often we just press up and down, but it's nice to be able to articulate as well. And at the bottom, you're going to arch, lifting your waist off the floor. My butt is on the floor, my shoulders are on the floor, but I'm arching up my waist. And then I'm going to exhale. We're going to roll it up, rolling all the way up to the top as high as you can. You're going to inhale, draw your chin towards your chest, push with your feet. Exhale, pull with your feet, knees move away from you, and roll it down through your spine, vertebra by vertebra. At the bottom, inhale, arch, space under the middle back. Exhale, flatten that out, curl, roll it all the way up. Inhale, chest to chin. Exhale, knees away from you, roll it down through your spine, vertebra by vertebra, connecting to the mat. Inhale, arch, lifting your waist. Exhale, flatten it out, roll it up through your spine. Inhale, push with your feet, chest to chin. Exhale, pull. Knees move away. That initiates the roll down through your spine. So we're kind of lengthening our spine this whole time. Arch. Exhale, flatten it out, curl, roll it all the way up. Inhale, push back. Exhale, pull forward, roll it down through your spine. So we're warming up the back body, but we're also getting this really nice movement through our spine. Arching. Exhale, flatten it out, curl, roll it up. Inhale, push. Exhale, pull, roll it down through your spine. Try to stay present with your movement, present with my words, present with the exercise. Arch. Exhale, curl, roll it up. Inhale, push. Exhale, pull, roll it down through your spine all the way to the bottom. So we're going to do another breath work exercise. This is that one I learned from Leslie Kaminoff. Obviously, it's now my version of the Leslie Kaminoff exercise. Whenever I learn something from somebody, it might change slightly when I'm doing it. And this is the way that things evolve, right? We go, oh, this way, that way. It's pretty close to what I learned from him, I believe, but who knows? We're going to press up. And I've done it with you guys before. So my people in my Zoom room have done this before. If you're out there in TV land, you don't want to do this more than like 3 times, let's say 3 or 4 times maximum. So you've pressed up. You're going to draw your chest to your chin with a big inhale. Push with your feet. On the exhale, you're going to keep your chest at your chin. Exhale as much as you can out. And then you're going to roll it down through your spine, holding that exhale. Once you hit the bottom, you let your body either fill up with air or exhale more, whatever you need to do. You just let the breath rush in or rush out, whatever needs to happen. But it creates like a little vacuum in my body when I do that. So let's try it again. You're going to press up. You're going to take your chest towards your chin on a deep inhale. Keep that chest towards your chin. Exhale as much out as you can. Once you found the exhale, roll it down, keeping the exhale. When you hit the bottom, relax and let the breath fill you up again. Just feeling that. So I feel a lot of kind of vacuumy movement in my organs. There's a lot of movement in there when I do this. All right, last time we're going to press it up. Take a deep breath in, chest to chin. Exhale as much out as you can. Breath hold, roll it down. Inhale, let your body fill back up. So that should create just a little bit more movement, maybe between your organs, maybe in your diaphragm. So we don't want to do it a whole bunch of times. 3 times is plenty for something like that, which may not feel intense to you if you don't feel your body very much. It might feel like, yeah, we didn't do anything. But that's because you haven't developed subtlety, feeling subtle things in your body. Dropping from side to side, right? We tend to be very dense in the way that we experience our bodies in this world. Like we aren't often moving towards subtlety. And some people are, but most people aren't. Like, I didn't really burn, I didn't do anything. It's not the way it is with our bodies. Our bodies are much more subtle and nuanced than than most people can sense. Okay, massaging through your back. Maybe you are lucky or unlucky, depending on how you look at it. If you're very highly sensitive in your body, which could be like a neurodivergent thing, like, whoa. Or it could just be that you have these superpowers of sensation and you haven't shut them down. But most people learn pretty quickly how to shut down a lot of feeling in our bodies just by sitting still and not tuning to it. So we want to bring that back online. And I'm just mentioning that neurodivergent thing because I feel like for me growing up, like my skin was always like hypersensitive. I couldn't wear jeans. I couldn't wear certain fabrics or touch certain things. I mean, I could touch them, but then I was like, ooh. So I feel like that is my superpower of really feeling my body now. And that's one reason why I became a dancer because like, wow, everything feels really intense on and in my body. So I want to enjoy it and not be fighting with it. Okay, let's come in. And maybe for some people, like, you know, depending on what your familial, cultural, uh, let's say inhibitions are towards your body, and these are the rules of how our body works and what we should do, you may have some stuff to comb through and let go of. Pressing your pelvis up, making circles with your hips. Like, often we take on beliefs about our bodies from our surrounding environment. Maybe they're religious beliefs, maybe they're family beliefs, like, oh, that's the bad part, or it should look like this, or who knows what. Don't touch that. But they're our bodies and they're alive. And that's a perspective of looking at our body. So I want to offer that maybe participating in being in your body as opposed to othering your body from the outside might be a new way and a healthy way of interacting with your own body. I hope you changed directions on that. We're going to press back up. If you can interlace your hands behind your back, do it. You're going to walk your shoulders closer together. You're going to inhale, knees open, and exhale, knees touch. Inhale, open, exhale, closed. Fill up your lungs, exhale. So the tissue in your legs is sliding and gliding against the different layers of muscles, fascia. I'm just going to say tendons, ligaments, superficial fascia, all that stuff. Tendons and ligaments are fascia. So muscles are completely woven with fascia. So there's no avoiding it, right? It's all in there. Come into center, you're gonna lift your heels, inhale, and then exhale, lower your heels. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and then open it up. Shoulders wide, roll it down through your spine, descend into the floor and let go. Wiggle out your spine. Let go of any kind of holding, any kind of rigidity, any kind of protection that you are doing for your spine. If you can just let that go just for this minute while you're lying on your back, probably pretty hard to injure yourself when you're laying down like this. Yeah, a lot of times we're like, oh, I'll sort of hypervigilant against injury. And holding all that tension makes it more likely that we'll get injured. So it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. So we want to kind of let go as much as possible of the tensions that we're holding in there. Not to say we don't protect ourselves, but maybe soften the whole system just a little bit so there's more flow. Like tension blocks sensation and tension masks flow. So, or stops flow, right? It slows it down. So we want fluid movement through our body, really easy fluid movement, meaning our fluids can move easily. Let's roll from side to side, really slow. Relax your head, relax your neck, surrender into the floor. Surrender, Dorothy. Let go. It's not the Wicked Witch of the West telling you to surrender. It's just your tissue saying it's okay. And the gravitational pull of the earth is holding you. Rolling across, relaxing any tension in your shoulders, in your hips, in your neck, in your face that you can relax. Relax the pattern of being you to give you more spaciousness, more interior spaciousness in your body, more open, spacious flow. Relax and let go, and start to really listen to the stories that you tell yourself about your body. Are they true? Where did you learn them? Is it just stuff that everybody knows? Is it right? I feel like everybody should write a list and keep this list going of all the different messages that they've received about embodiment or about exercise or about being a person in a human body, what you think you know about a body or how to be with your body. Let's take a quick happy baby pose. Wiggle around in your baby. Free flow the baby. I'm on my creaky floor, my creaky partner, the wood floor. Stretching out my hamstrings. It feels really good. Like we did a lot of hamstring work there. So this class that we're doing today is a very good recuperation from too much stillness and too much sitting class. being able to open up your hips, especially this part, is really important for the health of your body, right? So that we're not in these folded positions all the time, but we can really open up. So I'm working the back of the body, I'm opening the front of my body. That is the, oh, I've been sitting too much position. I can come up here and just give myself a little shoulder massage just by rocking up there and softening, relaxing my neck and shoulders. I can wiggle them around a little bit just to get some of that tension out. I feel like most people hold a lot of tension in their shoulders. Let's go with this. I don't know if we did it already, but let's do it again. Another spiral. I think we kind of did it, but I'm going to do it with straight legs in a minute. Massaging through your back, turning your head away from your knees if your back feels good. If your back is hurting, turn your head in the same direction. For me, this exercise with straight legs is one of my back savers. Using your arms, using your torso, all together, whole body working together. So that's one thing. Sometimes people really like to, I mean, we love to, as humans, like pull things apart into parts. So sometimes, like if I'm working with somebody, they'll say, well, what part am I working? You're working the whole thing, right? Like we could say, oh, this is giving your spine the spiraling. There's a lot of things that we could say, but there's so many more things happening, right? It's not like we're working one thing. Nothing in our body works alone. It all works. It's orchestrated with the rest of our whole body. So even if you're maybe one part is stabilizing while another part is working, both parts are working together to do that, right? So it's never just one thing. And sometimes we think, like sometimes we overly emphasize the muscles, but really we're hydrating tissue. We're working in the joints. Like it's a whole system working together. All right, let's take our hands down by our sides, legs up to the ceiling, big circles with your legs, big or small. I'm going big. We've done a lot of hamstring stuff. And I'm also going to peel up my spine. So butt to the ceiling as I go up. Getting that extra curl. You don't have to do that. It's just an option. Work with what feels right to you in your body today. Listening in. Every day is a different day in your body, which is one reason why we want to keep adjusting, switching out, changing things in our workout. If you've never worked out before, then it might be great to repeat things for a while. But if you work out regularly, then we definitely want some variety. Last one. And relax. Turn your head from side to side. When you turn your head from side to side, free up your whole spine. Let your tail wag also. And then we're going to open our feet wider, internally rotate one leg at a time, spiraling in. Let that massage across the hip that you're rolling across. So as I roll across this hip, it's getting that nice massage. This leg is lengthening out. This tissue in the front of my body is lengthening down and spiraling in, right? So we want really three-dimensionality in the movement of our tissue in our bodies. Especially if we do things that are really like in one plane, like say I'm a cyclist and everything's going like this, like in this sagittal plane, then I want to make sure that at some point I'm getting other movement in the tissue of my legs so that it's not just getting locked into this, right? Resilience means we can go in more different directions. Oh my God, what a lecture is going on today. Stick your arms up over your head, touch your toes to the floor. You're going to take your legs to the ceiling. You're going to make a sh sound, like be quiet at the library, all the way down, going sh. Inhale, open. Arms over your head, exhale up, make the sh sound. Sh. Inhale, fill up your lungs. Exhale up. Inhale. Long body, exhale up. Inhale. Exhale up. Fill up your lungs. Exhale. Everything out. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Fill up your lungs. Exhale up. And relax. Ha. Turn your head from side to side. Let it go. Again, free up your spine. Let your tail wag. Let's roll over onto one side. And then just open, 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 and fold it onto the other side. Opening and closing. Body half. I need to get some water. I'm like, ooh, I can feel it. Just rolling back and forth as I get water. That's my other little lesson. Like, I could just have not gotten water and thought, I'm just going to keep going. But if you can meet your body's needs at the time, then do it, right? If it's just as simple as, excuse me, I need to get some water, or excuse me, I need to go to the bathroom, whatever it is, we've learned to not meet our body's needs a lot. So like meeting them might be a good thing. Especially when it comes to hydration, because all this movement that we're doing is hydrating the tissue. So we want to have hydration in our body to hydrate the tissue, right? Which doesn't mean that we're just sloshing down the water all the time. Often it's already in there. Okay, let's come onto hands and knees. We're going to see if we can send a wave through our spine. So if not, you're just going to do an arch and curl, if that's the easy thing. But if you can, you're going to start at your tail. It's like you're going to scoop your belly in, curl your tail under, ripple it up through your spine, out through your head. Doesn't have to be a huge wave. Then you're in an arch, take your weight back and do it again. Curl, roll it up into the arch. So sending a wave, if you can, from your tail up through your spine, through your head, and take it into the arch. And I'm letting my weight shift back to front, and then I reach it back again in my arch. Yours can look different than this. Just seeing if you can get more articulation in your spine. And then I'm going to take it from the other end. I'm going to go from my head through my chest, lengthening out to my tail into the arch. Head, push, roll it out, and lengthen. Head, arms, reaching out into the arch. So I really feel my spine lengthen out as I do that exercise. It's worth spending some time with. If you haven't quite got it, it might take a little while, right? Like sometimes we think, I don't know, it takes presence and thinking and feeling and watching to get these exercises sometimes, to really like get them into your body, but it's worth it. Let's take it into a forearm plank, just pushing forward and backward, head and heels. Right, articulating your body, making more space in your spine, letting your vertebrae and discs readjust to be more resilient. Open your feet wider, come into center, circles with your hips. And then go the other way. And take it down to the floor. Bend your knees and let your legs fall from side to side, massaging through the front of your quads. Relax your butt, relax your back. We're just going to do a quad stretch while we're here. So bending one leg, grabbing on, If you can draw your heel towards your butt, great. If you can't, grab your leg. See if you can get your pant leg, right? Or your whatever, grab your sock. But if you've got your leg heel in towards your butt, you're just going to internally and externally rotate from the hip socket. And then you're going to press into that leg and lift up into a half bow. Other arm and leg come up off the floor. Reach it out, radiate out, open, lengthen, breathe. And release it down. Switch it to the other side. Heel in towards your butt. Or grab your pant leg. Internally and externally rotate from the hip socket. Squeaky deaky. My little cat, who is part Siamese and very vocal. And then kick it up. I don't know if you guys can hear him, if my earbuds are cutting it out or if you get to hear him in the background. Reach, 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 kick up, open up, breathe. And then release it down. So I always talk about that pelvic lift being an important thing to be able to do for so much sitting. This is also a really important thing to do, being able to arch up. So that's the erector spinae, those long muscles next to our spine, and a lot of other things also working. But this is our capacity to like really hold ourselves up. You see babies learning this, right? This arching, push, pull, getting this kind of movement in their body. We want that. And if we don't do it, we lose it, right? I was talking to a couple of my friends who are dancers and teach, and they're like, it used to be that everybody, little kids, could touch their feet to their head. I remember that. And now fewer and fewer can do that. So people are losing flexibility because we're not using it, right? It's not that you want to be able to necessarily touch your feet to your head as an adult, but you do want to be able to lift up here and open the chest and work your back. All right, so let's just do that. Inhale up, you're going to lift your legs, you're going to radiate out into an X, bring it in and come down. Upper body, lower body, open it up, bring it in, take it down. Upper body, lower body, reach it out, bring it in, calm down. Upper body, lower body, open, in, down. Last one. Upper body, lower body, reach, bring it in, press all the way up, round your spine. Take it into a child's pose. Surrender, melt. You can take your hands down by your sides, wiggle around, relax your back. Feel into your spine, feel into the little teeny intervertebral muscles. Let them be a little softer, a little juicier, a little bit more flowing and relaxed. Spacious inner body. And then coming up, and I want to still do more things on our stomach. So this time it's going to be baby cobra with a head circle. So ear towards your shoulder, little lift around and down. We're just going to do a few of these, like 3 or 4 in each direction. And then change, go the other way, as small or as big as feels good to you. Last one. And then arch all the way up, take it back. Squeaky. Come here. Come here. No, he doesn't want to. He is not coming into frame. All right, let's take it onto our backs. Onto our backs. By our backs, I mean our sides. Laying down on your side. We're going to do this opposite arm to leg. I'm going to take my bottom leg forward. So kind of a Pilates pike. Top leg back. And I'm going to do this with movement in my torso. So sometimes in Pilates, people like stabilize everything in here. and they move. I want you to move your torso. So you're getting this really nice contralateral crossbody spiral, arm and leg reaching away from each other. See, now he's gone into the other room and he's crying. Squeaky Deeks, come here. It is unclear what he wants. Good. Take your leg into the back space, circles in the back space. Come here. Come here. And then you're going to flex and go the other way. And then point your toes. Let's go with the opposite arm to leg. You're going to come in and reach it out. Hey, don't do that. You know that was like a let's knock things off of the table moment with there's a glass of water and my glasses. I'm like, let's leave that. 1, 2, 3. Why do cats like to knock things off the table? 4, 5, because it gets attention. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And come in onto your back, roll over. We're going to do a really gentle hip release first, just letting your legs fall one way and then the other. So it's massaging through the tissue across that band from your hips through your lower back, letting that just massage out your lower back. If you're having any kind of sciatica or anything like that, this should give the nerves a gentle little stretch, right? A little bit of movement inside your body. I'm about to go see Gil Hedley's nerve tour, where he dissected a whole nervous system with his team and he's talking about it. So that is happening in about a week. Yay, he's such a genius, and so are his people. So the thing is, our nerves are routed through our body. They're moving through the inside. So if I'm moving my arm, I'm moving the nerves in my arm, right? We don't understand how much, like, or if I wiggle like this, I'm moving my heart, I'm moving my lungs. Like, our bodies are one whole integrated system. There's nothing separate in there. It's all, the idea of separation is coming from the scalpel and the mind. It's not in our bodies. All right, let's pick it up. You can just draw it in like this or straighten your leg. It can be helpful for learning to create the separation, but then we want to put it all back together as one whole system working together. Big breathing. Think of breathing down into your butt. Like, just imagine that your breath is pushing down, pushing your organs down, getting more spacious in your hips and lower back. Good. And then release that and switch it to the other side, ankle over your knee, letting it fall from side to side. Gentle massage, slow and easy, giving your body the chance to soften and melt and release. Hydrating tissue, releasing your lower back. So it's massaging out those big bands of connective tissue, big swaths that are coming down into your lower back. And we need those things really strong, right? Like our IT band, we need that strong. We need these big swarthy bands of, like, it's almost like packing tape material of connective tissue to help us hold us up. If we didn't have them, we wouldn't be able to stand or walk if we didn't have that really strong bandy stuff. It's not supposed to be soft and like too elastic. We want to have really strong IT bands. We want to have a really strong fascia in our back as well. But we don't want it to be adhered. That was a nice little move. We don't want that fascia adhered to the layers beneath it. We want these slidey, glidey surfaces. Draw it in and up. So all of this rolling on the floor is some of the best stuff for that slidey glidiness. Also, to tell your nervous system that it can let go. You don't need to be hypervigilant, holding on to everything. Our bodies process and metabolize when we can downregulate. Good. And then release that, let it go. Shake out your arms and legs. Shake, shake, shake. And we have to do the other side. I only did one side. How about that? I'm like, what's going on here? Just talking away. Coming onto your other side, arm and leg in opposition, getting that spiral. We will stretch both hips when we get to the end of this. Opening and closing, working across your body. Big contralateral movement. Good. And then come in, circles in the back with your foot. My arm is just reaching forward and up. Reaching into the back space with that circling leg. And flex, go the other way. So even this exercise where we're doing this, right? Oh, that was good timing. Reaching it into the back. Yeah, I hear you. You're very excited. This is going to open up the front of our psoas, the front of our gut body, like just giving us and work the back body a little bit as well. All right, opposite arm to leg, in and reaching, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And come onto your back. Different hip stretch. Actually, let's not do this. Let's come onto our fronts, but just for a second, you're just going to roll from side to side. So softening the tissue by rolling, and eventually we'll roll over. Massaging through your butt, shoulders, head, neck, middle back, whatever is touching the ground. Let that receive the floor and your body weight and give it a nice little sandwich massage. All right, this is going to come around and we're going to do a pigeon for a different kind of hip stretch. So if pigeon doesn't work for you, you can lay on your back and cross your ankle over your knee or sit up and do one of these, whatever you want to do. But pigeon, I'm going to take one leg forward, the other leg back, and I'm going to get my hips squared off a little bit there. And then I'm going to take it down. If your hips are more open, you can bring this up. Mine are kind of tight. So I get my heel in front of my hip, and that's about as far as it goes. Breathing into it. If this hurts in your knees, don't do it. And then if you want to, you can come up, opening the front of your body. And an option is to do this extra quad stretch. We're here, wherever you can be, just an option. I'm going to swing around into a split just because this is something that my body needs. So stay in your pigeon if you want. Good. And let's flip it over to the other side. So I'm just going to do a flip by turning around. Heel in front of your hip socket, square off. Make sure your back leg isn't turned out or turned in. Just think of it lengthening straight out behind you like a long tail. Take it down. Breathe into it. And then coming up, if you want to, and the optional quad stretch. And then optional split stretch. Good. And then swing your legs around. We're going to roll across our butts, just massaging out your hips, one side and then the other. Let that massage out your glutes, rotators, butt muscles, and lower back. Then you're going to spiral up and take it down to the floor, surrender, push the floor away, paint the rainbow, reach open, 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 and then take it down, surrender, open it up. Good, and then bring both legs out in front of you, give them a bang, rotate in and out, take it into a forward fold, wiggle around in your forward fold as if you're going to go for a little butt walk, right? Butt walk is going to move all that tissue coming into your hamstring coming into your sit bone. You can do the same thing down here, just gently bending and straightening one leg and then the other. Gently. And then slide your feet underneath you. Stand on your legs. Shake your head no. Nod yes. I'm noticing that my pants match this painting. It's funny, I say this like a lot, but like, look at that. Look at the color. I feel like in reality, like you see what it is on the screen. I can see what it looks like on the screen. It's not exactly the same, but it looks, my eyes see it looking more real than what it looked like on the screen. Anyway, match your art. Oops, I think I just, hold on, there we go. Inhale, standing up, open, stretch it out and up. Exhale, shake it out. Yeah, I kind of matched the room really well today too. Inhale, open. Exhale, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. My eye just sees these color matches a lot. Inhale, lift. Exhale, shake it out, because color is a thing for me. Like color makes me really happy. Inhale, open. And exhale, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. All righty. TV land. Uh-oh. I don't think I ever recorded that. Did I? What is going on? Oh, I did. Hallelujah. Stop recording.